Thank you very much for joining us. Former President Donald Trump has filed an emergency motion with the Supreme Court. That's as the special master review continues to play out, also in court. Trump wants the Supreme Court to allow the special master to review the 100 documents Trump claims he declassified. Joining me now to break this all down for us is NewsNation D.C. correspondent Joe Khalil. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Mitch. Maybe we should have just expected this was going to happen, that this Mar-a-Lago case eventually in some way was going to come before the Supreme Court. But yeah, this is the first time now that the former president is asking the Supreme Court to weigh in, and his attorneys are asking for something that's actually pretty specific and narrow. They just want the special master, Judge Raymond Dearie, to be able to go through all of the documents, including those 100 or so that are marked classified or highly sensitive. Right now, Judge Dearie, the special master, is going through some 11,000 documents as part of his review to see if any of them, go back to the former president, if any of them were privileged. But it's those 100 or so that are marked classified that are really at the heart of all of these disputes. The Justice Department maintains if the special master goes over the classified documents, the FBI's criminal investigation has to come to a complete halt. And they have been arguing in court that should not happen. Trump's legal team, on the other hand, says if the special master is going through documents at all, he should be reviewing all of them regardless of what happens. And Judge Aileen Cannon, who's the original judge in this case, actually ruled in favor of the former president, but her decision just last week was actually overturned and overruled by a higher court. So now the Trump team, they are trying to kick it up to the Supreme Court, and they went further, making this more than just a dispute about these documents and saying here, quote, any limit on the comprehensive and transparent review of materials seized in the extraordinary raid of a president's home erodes public confidence in our system of justice. Now, the Justice Department, Mitch, has until next week, Tuesday, to respond to former President Trump's 37-page petition to the Supreme Court. We will see if they do so. But I think it's worth noting also that the court that just overruled Judge Aileen Cannon's decision and ruled against former President Trump, it was the 11th Circuit. And so it's made up of 3 judges. 2 of them were actually Trump appointees ruling against him in this case. So we'll see if the Supreme Court overturns that decision or whether they keep that decision in place. But it seems, pretty straightforward. And again, sort of an eventuality. We should have just expected that at some point this very, high-profile case was going to end up before the Supreme Court, Mitch.
Well, and Joe, I think we still have to wait on the Supreme Court to accept the case and to decide to hear this emergency motion. Isn't that right?
Yeah, so it goes to Judge Clarence Thomas specifically. He has a choice as to whether he handles it directly himself or, which is more common, is that he usually brings it before the entire court. So they will take a look at it. And again, they have the Justice Department has until Tuesday to file any sort of response to the Supreme Court. So we'll see how this all plays out. But you're right, a couple of steps before we actually get the Supreme Court weighing in with a decision here.
It is just another week of delay, and we're going to talk about whether there's legal merit or whether this is a delay tactic with our next guest. But Joe Khalil, live from Washington, thank you for that report. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.